Man, back at Walmart, and they still don't have any freaking soap. No soap whatsoever. Hand soap, that is. I'm trying to figure this out. So they didn't have any hand soap, but I had to improvise. Actually, I got this idea from my son, and my son was like, hey, what's the difference between hand soap and dishwashing liquid? I was like, probably not much. He was like, well, everybody buying up all the hand soap, we can't find any. Why don't we just get some dishwashing liquid and fill up the hand soap bottles? And I was like, you know what? That is really smart of you, man. So I gotta give shout out to him because he's the one who thought about it. So I can't take the credit. But this is 99% antibacterial. Same thing like, you know, as when you get hand soap. So got me three little bottles of these. I got one. Let me see. Pick up the other one. Two. Oh, there you go. Two. And then 3 bottles right there. I don't know if y'all can see it because it's kind of dark. Anyway, got 3 bottles. Got some saran wrap or some foil paper. Because we were just missing that, man. So that's it. So my Walmart trick for the day.
That we live in. I could go for one right now, Milky Way.
A Milky Way. Oh, say nougat, everybody.
So we are back in the garage with Christine once again. Man, hate that this happened again, but my car is completely dead. She is completely dead. I haven't driven her. She's literally been in the same exact spot for over a month now, man. Probably a month and about a week or something like that. But yeah, it's been a while since I drove her. So and I don't know if you guys know much about these cars, but these cars die pretty quick. It's almost like a damn supercar. You literally got to have them on a tender or something like that if they don't, you know, for them not to die. But I haven't even been inside her, man. Let's step inside real quick and see how quiet she is. Like, she's literally, look at this. Nothing. Man. No lights come on, no nothing, man. This car is completely dead. Not a noise, not a sound, nothing. Jesus. Oh my God, this car is so quiet. But I'm gonna turn her on. She doesn't have any power at all. So what I gotta do is I have to pop the hood first, right? Give the car a little bit of power so then I could pop the trunk, and then from there I'm gonna jump the car. So this is something that you guys don't want to do, man. You do not want to leave these cars off for, you know, 2 or 3 weeks. You want to make sure you turn them on at least once a week because these cars die super fast. And granted, it is my fault, but man, it's just crazy, man. Like, this actually, I learned about this last week, that it was dead, and I just didn't come out and jump it. So I was like, oh, let me go ahead and jump it today, make a video about it, kind of let you guys know. I'll let you know certain things whenever I do. And this is not the first time this happened to me, because if you guys know, I do travel for work, and so it's happened to me at least twice already. But this time with the whole shutdown and you know, COVID and all that other stuff that's going on, you know, I'm not going into work as much, and my wife is working. She's not going to the office at all. She's working strictly from home. So I've been driving her car every day for the last month and so, and I haven't been touching mine. I haven't touched Christine at all. Just sitting here collecting dust in the garage. So anyway, without further ado, man, let me stop talking. Let me go ahead and open up the hood, get some power into it so I could then pop the trunk. When I pop the trunk, I go straight to the battery and jump it from there, man. I mean, you could do it from the hood as well, with the post in there, but it just takes forever. So I'd rather just do it straight from the battery. So anyway, man, let's go ahead and get that done. All right, man, so the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to locate your positive battery terminal in the hood. So you just want to, I mean, it's just a little screw right there, right? So you just kind of get that, and then you want to hook the positive up to there, and then you hook your ground up to something else. So normally I put it right on this little post thing right here, just something kind of metal in the hood, in the engine bay, so you could ground, you know, ground your stuff. So I'm going to use this little thingamajigger right here. This is not mine. This is my neighbor's, who's let me get this a couple times already. I'm gonna go ahead and invest in one of these things, because obviously I don't know how to keep my car with enough battery life, and I keep having to borrow this thing almost every couple months. So, but let me go ahead and get this thing out. See if this thing goes on the side over here. There you go. All right. All right, that's a good sound. So, seeing like I got a little bit of power to the car, let me see if I can open up the trunk. And actually, it seems to be giving me a little bit of power. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try to see if I can turn it on from here. So let's see. Wait. Turn this off. All right, guys. So actually, we are like, it's a few hours later, because I actually had to charge this thing right here. I actually had to charge this because it was only like at 8%. And when you have something like this little jump box thing, even in the paperwork it says you want to be at least definitely over 50, but at least around 90. So I just charged it up. A couple hours later, I charged it up all the way to 100%. So now I was going to see if it works, man. So let me go ahead and plug it in real quick, and then we'll try to do a start. So let's see what happens. so I had to bring my wife's car back in here, man. I'm gonna try to charge it a little bit on the jumper cables. If you guys seen, it will turn on and then it'll start flickering, like my lights will start flickering, then it'll turn back off. So I'm thinking hopefully that's just my battery is not charged, even though once it cranks, it should be good. So hopefully not something else going on, but that's for right now. So I'm gonna let the battery charge up for a little bit, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Cause maybe it might just be completely dead. And hopefully then I'm gonna turn it on after that. Jumped on my wife's car. Hopefully that might do the trick. We'll see. Alright guys, so what I had to do was I had to put the jumper cables onto the car, right? And it still wasn't jumping, but it was giving a little bit of juice. Like it was starting to charge it a little bit. But if you guys know, I can't find my other jumper cables, but the ones that I have, they're super old, and I don't think they really work that well. But it was supplying the battery with juice, right? So the jumper box, it wasn't giving the battery juice. It was just starting the car, but there was no juice in the battery. So I left that when the jumper cable was on for about maybe 10-15 minutes or so. Let the battery get like a little bit of charge, maybe 20 minutes actually. And then I came back with the jumper box and I jumped the car, so now the car stays on. Whew, what a freaking solution, man. Hopefully it stays on. I'm gonna let the car run for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Literally, I'm just gonna let the car run, and then hopefully that might do the trick, man. But one thing is the title of this video, man, what you never ever want to do with your car, and this is specifically for, you know, your Scat Packs and obviously your Hellcats and your red eyes and all that good stuff. You want to make sure you do not let these cars sit for more than, I think 2 weeks is the sweet spot. So anything more than 2 weeks, your car is pretty much not going to turn on. Or it might turn on, but it's going to be like, you know, depending on the weather and everything else. But it's going to have a hard time, man. And granted, I do have the extra, you know, I got aftermarket lights and everything else in there, but I don't really think that makes a big difference. It does drain, but I don't think it makes a big difference, man. So I've left, as you guys know, again, as I said before, you know, I travel for work. So I've left this car for 2 weeks without turning on, and I came back and it turned on. Anything over that, man, literally like 2 weeks in a day or 2 weeks in 2-3 days, it does not turn on, man. So anything about 2 weeks, man, 2 weeks is about your sweet spot. But I'm going to start turning this car, even though I'm not driving it currently, because of all the, you know, because of what's going on. Even though I'm not currently driving it, I'm still going to turn her on at least once a week now, man. Let her run, maybe take her to the grocery store or whatever the case, man. But I can't keep doing this, and I don't know, hopefully that battery is still good. So I gotta let her run, you know, maybe take it out for a quick spin and then come back and turn it off and turn it back on, and hopefully it turns back on. So hopefully that battery's not shot and it's just dead. But that's literally like the third time, at least, as I've had the car in the last year, that it's completely died and drained out. So hopefully it doesn't, you know, damage the battery, and it's still a good battery, man. If not, I gotta go buy a new one. I don't want to do that. But anyway, other than that, man, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. As you guys know, I still need a haircut. Jeez, I might have to call my barber, tell him to come to the house, because this is crazy, man. Look at this. Woo. Anyway, man, other than that, I appreciate y'all again, though. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Hey, we got a lot of stuff coming up for you guys, man. I got a big thing going on this weekend. Actually, not a big thing, but it's kind of an impromptu thing. But I've got a lot of feedback, and a lot of people are going to be going. So this weekend we're going to do a big cruise. Not just with Mopar, but with a bunch of people, man. So it's gonna be a dope time. We're gonna go hit a couple spots, man, take a couple pictures, get some video for y'all and everything else. So it's gonna be a good time, man. There's gonna be a lot of people out there, man. I just did an impromptu. I put it out yesterday. If you guys follow me on Instagram at FatKat8181, then you would have seen that. And if you are in the Central Florida, not even just Central Florida, but yeah, the Central Florida to kind of South Florida area, you want to make sure you hit me up, man, because it's going down this weekend. We're gonna have, like I said, impromptu cruise, maintaining social distancing, keep doing it safe. We're not gonna have a bunch of people outside chit-chatting and, you know, pounding it out and everything else, dapping it up. We're gonna be in our cars. We literally just want to get these cars out on the road and just have them drive, man, because, you know, everything's been at a standstill. So we're gonna go out in the middle of the day, you know, drive these cars, man, down the road, you know, about an hour, 2 hours, and then turn around and come back, man. Like I said, hit up a couple spots on the way, take some pictures or whatnot, you know, do it all safely, man. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that, man. That is gonna be coming this weekend, man. So other than that, though, like, comment, subscribe, again, hit that notification bell. You guys know I am your boy FatKat. We'll see you guys on the next one, man. Later.